Good morning, Church on the Ridge. Hey, I hope you're walking in freedom today. No guilt, no shame, no condemnation. You know, our world is in a crazy spot and everyone's blaming everybody else for everything that's going on. And sometimes we want to take on that guilt. But as I mentioned to you yesterday, Jesus prayed for us, even in our ignorance. We didn't know what we were doing. He prayed for our forgiveness. And that is just fantastic. Once you understand, though, that your ignorance, you can't remain in that ignorance. You can't remain in that state of, well, I just didn't know, so, I'm not guilty. Well, once you get to that spot, you've got to come to the place where you say, I'm going to change. The Bible calls it repentance. I got to change my thinking. I didn't know, now I know. And so I'm trying to educate myself on racism. I'm reading books on it. I'm watching sermons on it. I'm just trying to gain some understanding. What is racism? How do I stay away from it? I don't want to get near it. So I'm trying to educate myself. I want to make sure that my friends are people of color, that I have friends. I don't want all my friends to look like me. And so I want to make sure, hey, do I have people in my life that are people of color that I'm engaged with and close to and walking with? And even in the workplace, right? My work environment. As the leader of Church on the Ridge, the senior leader, I want to make sure the people on our team are people of color. And right now we've got women, we've got men, but I think, we have Betty, who is of Japanese descent, but most people on our team are people of who are white. And so, maybe one of the on the ministry team, our advisory council, start looking for other people so that even in the workplace, we don't just have people that look like us. And in our ministry model that we're saying, no, Lord, you're a God who embrace everyone and wants us to be a part of that. So I'm working on some things in my own life to walk out what it means to serve and live in a community where we will never be accused of racism or prejudice. When Jesus came to the earth, the Bible talks about him come to the Jews, and people say, well, see, he was prejudiced only for the Jews. But if you notice what he did, when he walked in the earth, he went to the Samaritans. He went to the woman at the well. He went to the woman caught in adultery. He went to the Syrophoenician woman and served her. The lepers, people that other people were totally prejudiced against. And he just broke all those norms and said, guys, I'm going to show you that I came for the whole world. There were some Greeks who came and said, hey, we want to see Jesus. And they came to Philip, and Philip was like, he's a little leery. He's like, oh man, I don't know if Jesus is going to see you. We don't like the Greeks. So Philip doesn't go to Jesus. He goes to Andrew. And he says, Andrew, I got some Greeks here. They want to see Jesus. Should I send them away? And Andrew's like, let me go find out. I'll go talk to Jesus and see, but don't keep him back. Right? So Andrew goes to Jesus, and then Jesus starts a message. And in that message, he comes to a place where he says, guys, if you understood what was going to happen to me, if you understood that if you will lift me up, and when I'm lifted up, when I'm placed on that cross, and he's predicting his death, says, when I'm placed on that cross, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to draw all men to me. All people are going to come to me. You see, the ground is level at the foot of the cross. The picture in the book of Revelation, chapter 9, it says men from every tribe, nation, tongue, language were surrounded around the throne of God, worshiping him. And if you and I will lift up Jesus, every nation, every tribe, every color, every ethnicity will be drawn to Christ. If we try to do it in our own way and force people into changing this and doing this happen, we can change the laws, but we're not going to change the heart. But if we lift up Jesus, if we exalt him, his promise was, lift me up, people of every tribe, nation, tongue will come to me. So Father, today I pray that we would lift you up, that we would exalt you, that Jesus, you would be seen first and foremost in our life, that you would be seen as the Lord of our life. You would be seen as the God of our life. You would be seen as the hope of our life, God, and the hope of our future. And all that we do and all that we are, God, is because of Christ. And Jesus, be glorified in our church, in our day today, in all that we do. And people would see us and they would magnify you. And Lord, every color, every race, every language would gather around the cross and worship. And we would worship together as brothers and sisters and see the King of Glory. So I pray that it happens for you. Hey, here's a cool thing for you ladies. This weekend, you can gather together. 10 o'clock, it's a ladies' brunch, and the food is free. But here's the deal. You have to bring it yourself. And it's going to be on Zoom. And if you'll follow the link there in the email that we sent you with this video, We'd love to have you, ladies. I'm not going to be there, but you're going to hear from one of my very good friends. He's another pastor in the Valley who helps lead the benevolence ministry of the pastors of the Valley. And Church on the Ridge is a huge part of that. And you're going to hear from Aaliyah Whaler, who's going to be talking about our backpack program. And you're going to get to hang around a lot of ladies. And some of those ladies will be ladies of color. So if you're not friends with someone yet, here's a good opportunity for you to make friends with people who may not look like you and serve a community in great need. So I hope you join, ladies. Hey, I love you, Church on the Ridge. We'll see you tomorrow morning, and have a great day. Lift up Jesus.